In this video we encounter two Marys, one a true saint and the other serving up the feast of saints. We visit the beautiful town of Ross-on-Wye, where we're tempted by a roundhouse for sale. We then enjoy the tranquility of Cannock Chase. But first, welcome to our channel. We are Kath, Sue, Archie and Fudge, and we are well into our second year of full-time van life. We love exploring the UK and sharing the little gems we find, choosing where we stay to suit our love of the outdoors and making the most of our retirement together. Well, good morning. Yesterday we arrived at Ross-on-Wye, but it was raining all day, so it didn't take much video then. But we're staying at the Ross-on-Wye rowing club, so they've got some camping there as well. Now, we were a bit worried, it's all grass, mainly grass, but because of the weather we decided not to take the risk, and we were allowed to just park on the car park, which is a kind of gravelled area. So it's perfect for us, and we're going to go into, it's a Sunday, so we're going to go into Ross-on-Wye today. Not sure how many of the shops will be open. Hopefully we'll have a good time. We're only staying for a couple of days, so we'll be going tomorrow. But in the meantime, we're going to enjoy our time at Ross-on-Wye. So you can literally walk just past the camping fields and you're right out onto the banks of the River Wye. In fact, I can see there's a couple of tents up there on this bit of public ground. You can see just behind me the town. So I think Archie and I will actually go down to the river itself. It's like a beach type area. When I was walking last night, I walked through where the rowing club actually is, and it says dangerous water, don't swim from here, but you can go up and swim from the beach. So I don't know how in a matter of about 50 metres the water can be much less dangerous. So after a funny old morning, because I forgot to turn the water on and we had to wait ages for hot water and shower water to be ready.
But not only that, you've got to change it over to gas.
Oh, I did, yeah. Double wait twice. Anyway, we've got through that crisis of the morning and we're now heading into Hay to have a wander around. Have to make a correction. It's not Hay, it's Ross-on-Wye. I've just been in Boots again in Ross-on-Wye, and it's Sue's turn this time to wait for me. Last time we were here, it was one of our more successful gabapentin expeditions, and we did manage to get them to dispense it. Like about Tudor Sweets, apart from it being quite an old-fashioned shop, is look, we are nowhere near Wigan, and they've got Uncle Joe's mint balls to keep us all aglow. So I'm standing on the green now outside the parish church of Ross-on-Wye, which is St Mary's. Another fine building of great architecture. So St Mary's, like all the churches we've seen whilst we've been travelling, is really impressive when you get inside. Lovely stained glass windows and kind of big open spaces. Made for singing, I think. Just at the end of this street there's another interesting building, like a round tower. So as we got closer to this tower, we noticed this for sale sign, and the blue plaque suggests that it's a mock but it was built during 1833, so it might be a mock, but it's still old. So a beef and horseradish sandwich. Looks good, doesn't it? So the best thing about lunch here is there's also a little shack just over there where you can get ice cream. I've just said to Sue they didn't have raspberry ripple and they didn't do flakes, so I went for chocolate instead. That's a nice view to wake up to. Well, good morning. So after a changeable few days at the Ross-on-Wye rowing club, we've moved on and we've come back to a place that we've been to just a couple of times before. So why are we back at somewhere that we've been to before? Well, as you know, if you've been watching the channel for a while, Sue's well into her training plan for the Great North Run, and this is a great place because there are lots of good places that she can run off-road, which is her preference, and yet still do the kinds of runs that she needs for her training plan. Now, see if you can guess where we are. So the last time we were here, it was the coronation weekend, so it was really busy. And the time before that, it was -8 degrees. We were the only people here and everything was frozen. Have you guessed it? So if you answered that question with Tackaroo in the middle of Cannock Chase, you'd be right. Very different from the last time we were here when it was full, the site was full, although still very spaced out because we were here at that coronation weekend. Place was rammed. Not many here today. There are about maybe 6 vans, but they're scattered all through the trees here, so it feels like we're quite secluded and we're loving it, surrounded by nature. Fudge had me intrigued. What on earth was she doing? What's in the grass? Let's have a look. What do you want? What are you looking for? Let's not try and hurt it, shall we? Is that it? Ah, I see. Is that it? Oh, you silly girl, no. Leave it. Fudge and I have come out on another solo expedition and we're walking through some heathland, which is all part of Cannock Chase. And because it's a Tuesday, it's really quiet. Even though it's the middle of summer holidays, it's still really quiet out here. And there's apparently a sort of sand and gravel pit somewhere on this route. So hopefully we'll find that, and there'll be somewhere, some water maybe, for Fudge to cool off a little bit because the sun's out, and although it's not really hot temperatures today, when the sun's out or in the sun, it actually feels really warm. So I've just come up this slope, which coming up seemed like a little bit of hard work, a bit slippy, but going down seems like it's going to be much harder. Now I don't think for 1 minute Fudge is going to have any difficulty, but any time now I might be going down on my bum. So that's it. That's where Fudge and I have just been. I don't think it does it any justice in steepness in the camera, but it was steep. basically Fudge and I have been walking around in a big circle, and we've just come to this little bit, which looks, it's just kind of an interesting landscape. And I don't think we're lost. I do keep checking OS maps. We're not following any particular route, but every now and again I just check in and see where I am in relation to the final destination, which of course is where we started. But once again, it's lovely to enjoy this solitude. There's nobody. I have seen a couple of cyclists on the main tracks, but as soon as you get off the main tracks, I don't see a soul. Just hear lots of bird sounds and insect sounds singing to you. Choices, choices. That way, or that way. Let's check out the map. So behind me is that kind of area that I could see from the sky with the sandy bit around the outside, and then there is a little bit of water down at the bottom. I've no idea what this was. I know that it's disused because on OS maps it says workings, in brackets, dis. So, but I don't know what kind of workings, whether it was just kind of aggregate extraction or something like that. I don't know. If you know, if you're from Cannock or you know the area Cannock Chase, let me know what this is. Back at the main gate for the site. It's all the way down to the bottom of this track, and that's where Bertie will be waiting for us with Sue and Archie. And now for some more core work in preparation for the Great North Run. At least the dogs are getting used to the fact that they can't get involved. Well, hi everyone. So we've got an exciting day today because we have some friends who live not far from here, and they're going to come and pick us up later on this afternoon and take us out for coffee and cake. So I'm really looking forward to that. Apparently where we're going is dog friendly, so Archie and Fudge will look forward to it as well.
Hi guys.
Jan and Sophie. And look, who's in here? Having a day out. Oh, where are you, Fudgie? Don't worry, we're all coming with you. So we've arrived and we're about to go into, I think, is it called Mary's coffee shop?
Mary's at Bishton Hall.
Mary's at Bishton Hall. I think the dogs are quite excited.
No, mate. Hang on.
Oh, clever boy, that's a very good ramp, isn't it? Dogs, welcome and well-behaved children. That's me then. What did you order, Sue?
An Americano and a granola bar.
Nice. And I've gone all out with a latte and a rocky road. Well, we've moved on from Cannock Chase and we're just one night at the Caravan and Motorhome Club site in Cirencester because we're just using it to break our journey up as we head back down to the south coast again. As you can see, we have made a little encampment. And I think I've told you in the past, I was really objecting to Sue buying these things because I think sometimes it makes us antisocial, and I like chatting to people, but it does limit the dogs barking because they don't see people and then react to it. But also, we wouldn't normally put them up when we're only here for one night, but they got really, really wet, so they're really just up drying. and the sun's out, so it's doing a reasonably good job at the moment. Same with the carpet. I put the carpet down, which we wouldn't ever do really at a place like this because the grass is so neat and tidy, and we've got a little kind of mats for your feet. Ooh. Looks like some kind of military. Anyway, so we've got the mat for our feet. We wouldn't normally put the carpet out, but we had the carpet out at Cannock Chase as well, and it was soaking. So that's out drying as well. Hopefully, by the end of today, I can put it all away nice and dry. Well, hope you've enjoyed that. Once again, do the like, subscribe, and comment. I really love it when people comment, because it's nice to be able to respond to everybody that watches. It feels like it's a bit of a community. So yeah, make sure you leave us a comment. Otherwise, thank you so much, and we will see you next time.